Recording in progress.
So yesterday we have placed the files, right? So yesterday we have placed the files to sub-TP server. Where did we place yesterday? So in this directory we have placed the files. In this directory we have placed the files. Now what we will do? Connections already there, right? First thing is create the two connections. Second is create the two connections. Create the two connections. Second is what are the two connections we need to create is TPN, TPN,
HCM cloud.
So here we need to take the ERP cloud. So this FPDI coming from the ERP, right? So that is the reason you have to understand there are two terminologies, ERP and HCM. So ERP will come from the finance. HCM also you can take the ERP connection. So you need to create the ERP cloud connection for the FPDI approaches. So HCM module, when we take the job, trade, worker, so that time you can take the HCM connection. Understand, right? So now what we will do? We are going to create the this is HCM connection, right? So now what we will do? We are going to create the separate connection, that is Oracle ERP connection. Separate connection, I'm taking Oracle ERP connection. Trigger and invoke I'm taking. Okay. So dev that is working or dev 26. AU26 working. Okay. So ERP connection is different and HCM connection is different, guys. So when we when we do the this one, when we do the BDI and ISS jobs, that time we will take the ERP connection. Okay, and HCM the general will take the HDL. Okay, HCM extract. So the general will take the HCM connection. Okay, remember this point. So now, so we have created the ERP connection and we have created the FTP connection. So these two are the FTP connection. It is already there. Okay, so FTP connection it is already there. So we will use this one. And now we need to create the integration. So we need to create the integration. Click on this. Click on schedule integration. So BDI integration. Daily rates. So daily rates is the business object name, BDI, and this one. Okay. Click on create. So in the schedule, hello.
Vamsi, we can try without scheduling also, right? Direct FTP and putting into temp folder, and can we do that?
FTP, how you will put in the starting point?
Or we cannot put FTP as a starting point?
Yeah, you can put, but you need to maintain the polling. Polling means you need to maintain the frequency. But this normally this FBDI, HDL, these all are will be taken care by. So the general will be taken care by this one.
Schedule.
What I mean, schedule.
Oh, okay.
Okay, for your understanding. Okay. So normally what we will do is normally in the real time what we will do, I will tell you. If you want to run your own, right? Normally, if you want to run your own, means this is schedule, right? So this is the schedule. For example, if you want to run your own, you can take the starting point will be trigger test, and you can pass the payload. For example, I have done one of the project for the supplier integration. I will tell you that. So in the rest trigger point, you need to pass the payload. So you need to pass these two values, project name and batch ID. So we will give the REST trigger to what I can say, third party system. They will pass this project run and batch ID. So you may ask, what is meant by project run? Right? So in this, in this project run is the lookup code. I will tell you that also. In the lookup code, you will have a FTP path, everything will be there. That is what we will do in the real time. So if we go to the FTP, so go to the plookup. So this is the project run name. So against whatever the input directory path is there, that will take.
So this one is the data file path.
Yeah, correct.
Okay.
So see, we need to. So what this will do? This will create the one endpoint, right? See, this is the why this will create the endpoint. So that is the reason we have created the trigger right here. So when you
Okay.
run the, you got it. No, first manam. So when we do the first integration, you remember or not? We have passed the parameter.
Yeah,
first
we have passed the parameter
Parameter.
JSON.
No. Same thing. Instead of passing the parameter, you can pass the payload. So what payload you need to pass? Project run is the payload name. This is the request payload.
Okay, so we are passing the file path and from that file path,
PSA001, we have mapped in the lookup code value of the project run, that FTP path.
FTP path. Okay.
So that is what we do in the real time. If you want to run your integration with your specific time, you need to pass the parameters. So what parameters you need to pass? Project run in the parameter, like that.
Okay. And
So
then
what
it
you are
will-
telling FTP also, that is possible FTP also, but you need to mention the when the file will come FTP. For your understanding. I'll create one. You want application integration, right? Application. Starting just. So now what we will do, this Oracle FTP you can mention starting point. So see, there is a frequency there, no? Polling frequency. So polling frequency means every time you need to put the file in the SFTP server. So seconds means, for example, 24 hours, right? In the 24 hours, you can calculate the seconds. So that seconds you need to mention here. So that time FTP will take that path and see, you need to mention the input directory name, file name, pattern, everything you need to mention. And for example, in the 24 hours, what I can say, 24 hours, how many seconds will come? That seconds you can mention here. So every 24 hours, the FTP will take that this input directory path and it will get the file. But this is not recommended approach.
Okay.
You got it now? How you?
Yeah. So it will take the part and the remaining steps are same, right?
Same. Remaining steps are same.
With schedule, without schedule.
Yeah. So this is. Yeah. Tell me.
When we use this one as a trigger, application as a trigger, we cannot pass the lookup name.
Yeah, that way also you can pass the lookup. In this case, what you can do, you can put the just dummy values here. In the mapper, you can do.
Okay, mapper. Okay.
In the mapper, you can do lookup value. So in the anyway, that lookup value we already discussed now in the notification. So in the coming class, in one of the class, I will tell you how to map the path FTP path to mapper. Okay, that we have not discussed that in coming classes. But you got it, right? No, overall.
Okay. Yeah.
So there are three things are there, guys. One is if you want to take the REST starting point, it will create one endpoint. So you can tell the client that you need to pass this payload. So what they will pass the payload as project names. In the real time, they are going to create one project PA01, 02, 03, like that. So 01 contains one path, 02 contains another path. So that way it is going to happen.
So in the payload, we passed batch ID means that will be used for the import program.
Yes, correct.
Okay.
For example, why you are passing the batch ID is I want to reprocess the data. First you pass the project run. Okay. Second time you pass the batch ID. Why you are passing the batch ID? Because some records are error out, right? So this supplier project which I have created for supplier error records purpose. Supplier error records purpose. For example, first time you run the project, it will insert the data into the Oracle Fusion tables. For example, 3 or 4 records failed. That 3 or 4 records have a existing batch ID, right? So to correct that records, I use the batch ID as another parameter. So batch ID is not mandatory. You can pass a null or you can pass a value. Value means correction, like that. So that is different story. Okay. So I'm removing this one to avoid the confusion. So this is the schedule integration. In the schedule integration, I am going to pass the 2 parameters. So this time I am taking the edit schedule definition. Passing the 2 parameters. I will tell you why we are passing the 2 parameters: file name pattern, file name pattern, file name pattern. File name pattern we can mention. GL ID rates. It will be star. Star means, so this GL ID rates is the common for every file. Star dot star star dot okay. So GL daily rates is the common. After that, I want to after star means it can take anything. So it can take date or whatever you want. It will take. Star means it will take anything. Star not check. Got it, right? So this is the common value, guys. Star means after GL daily rates, star means it will take any value. It will take any value. Save. So create another parameter. File name pattern. Input directory. Input directory. So input directory whatever I have mentioned, right? So input directory whatever I have mentioned. This name. Like this. Save the changes. So why we have passed these 2 parameters previously we have not passed, right? For example, by default, this file name will be taken. By default, this path will be taken. In the future, so in the future, by default, schedule parameters will take. By default, schedule parameters will take. Miranda. By default, schedule parameters will take when we run the integration. Run the integration. But I want to replace the file name and file path. I want to replace the file name and file path with different file location, different file path, different file name. I want to replace the file name, file path with different file location, different file path. That time we will use the schedule parameters. So by default, this will take, but sometimes the file will be in different location. The file name also different name. So that time we will use this schedule parameters. Not getting. What is the purpose of here? I think when we run the integration, that time you will understand, guys. So for now, we are passing the two parameters in the schedule. So what are the two parameters? File name and file directory. Okay. So now what we will do? We will use the list file operation. We will use the list file operation. List. So this is multiple files, right? List files. List file. In the list file. So in the list file, input directory we will take from the schedule parameters, whatever we pass, right? So just you can pass the dummy value. Just dummy value you can pass. But so we will replace this. We will replace these two values in the mapper. Okay. So file name pattern we can do it like this. But these two values we are going to replace from the using the mapper. So schedule parameters anyway we have defined, right? So input directory name and file name pattern we are accepted. So now what we will do, click on edit. So this I told you, right? We need to. So this file name pattern and directory name we will take from the. We are passed a dummy, right? While you define the list file, so we have defined the dummy, right? So I am taking the actual values from the mapper. So at this moment, any question you can ask, guys. One minute, guys. Okay. Understand, right? So while you define the list file operation, I have not mentioned the correct values. So anyway, we have defined the schedule parameter. That is the reason I have mapped from the schedule parameters to list file parameters. So these values I am talking about. Just I mentioned the dummy input directory and these names. So just give the dummy values, but the actual values we have defined the schedule. So using the mapper, we have mapped into here. So this step clear or not, guys? List file. Hello. Okay. So then after that, what we will do, guys? We will use the, so here we have multiple files, right? So here we have multiple files. We will use the for each operation. We will use the for each operation. This is the multiple files. Multiple files. We will use the for each operation. So repeating element will be a repeating element will be a repeating element will be a file list file. So repeating element will be a file. So that means, so first it will take this file, then it will be process complete flow, then it will take the second file. Like that. Okay. So current element name, you can give any name. I will give the current file. Like that. So we need to process multiple files, right? That is the reason we are using the for each operation. So repeating element will be a file, and current element name you can give any name, current file. Save the changes. So in the loop, first file, it will take it will consider the first file. In the first file, what you will do here? We are going to download the file to stage. So we are going to download this zip file to stage. We are going to download this zip file to stage. So what you will do? So from where you will download the zip file? For where you will download the zip file? FTP, right? So take the FTP connection. Download the zip file. Download the zip file. So you can take the download file. You take the download file. So same way, so the input directory anyway, we will get the list file response, right? So the input directory and file name and download directory. So input directory you can give any name, file name also you can give any name, download directory you can give. So this download directory means this is the stage operation. So just so I want to perform unzip operation. So I want to perform unzip. So we are downloading the zip file, right? We are going to take the perform unzip on compressed file downloaded from external FTP server. So as soon as
Vamsi?
Yeah.
I have one question. Download directory, previously we have given temp, right? So this
Any
name we can give.
Any name.
Okay.
Any name you can. This will accept. Just for meaningful purpose, I have given GLI details.
Okay.
So I am downloading the file to stage location, this directory, from the external FTP server. Click on continue. So this input directory and file name, where we will take list file, we will get the response, right? So that response will map. Otherwise, you can take the for each operation. So, so in the list file, we have mapped the current file for each, right? So from the for each, we are going to map those input directory and the file name. Continue. In the mapper, so what you will do in the mapper, you will do edit. So anyway, in the current file, directory name, so download directory anyway we have mentioned already. So in the mapper also you can mention, that's not a problem. So download directory anyway we have mentioned in that while you define the download operation, while we define the download operation, I have mentioned /GL daily rates, right? So there also you can mention, in the mapper also you can mention. That's not a problem. So mapper will be override the values which definition time. So whatever the definition time you mention, so mapper will be override. Got it, right? So the simply for your better understanding, first schedule parameter size. So schedule parameter, then tell me list file, then for each, then download. See these two values only, right? So in the schedule parameters we have defined input directory name, and file path, right? So the two values only we have mapped the list files, correct or not? So from the list files we have used the for each operation. From the for each operation I am downloading the file to stage. So you see the flow, guys. So for each, how we have done using the list file. So for each we'll get the response, right? That response directory name and file name I have given the downloaded mapper. So currently what is there? Currently the first file, the zip file. Currently what is happening? The zip file will be there in where? Tell me. So at this moment, tell me, Mohan. So at this moment, with this step, where is our file?
It will download the. It will unzip the file and download the file, sir.
Where it will download?
GL daily
In,
temp folder.
In we given that temporary folder directory path, no, sir.
Correct. So the temporary folder name is what?
Create something you given.
GL daily rates, right?
Yeah. GL daily.
So GL daily rates with unzip operation, with unzip. So what do you mean by unzip? So okay, when you unzip, what file will be there?
CSV file.
CSV file will be there. When you unzip, CSV file will be there. Understand or not, guys?
Vamsi, we have list file function has a duplicate file also. Duplicate file option also.
Duplicate means
Like if by mistake if you upload same file twice.
same file will accept in SFTP.
Oh, it will override. Sorry, it will override. Sorry.
It will not accept, right?
Yeah.
So now the currently in this action, the file will be placed into the GL daily rates. But here the thing is, guys, there is a one concept called properties file. So what is the purpose of this properties file? When we run the note, very, very important point, guys, note. When we run the FBDI program through OIC, this properties file required. So this properties file contains ESS job name, job definition name, and so this properties file contains ESS job name, job definition name, and parameter names. So this properties file contains ESS job name, job definition name, and parameter names. Okay. So this properties file contains the ESS job name, job definition name, and parameter names. So guys, when we run the FBDI program, So when we run the FBDI program, so you are passing the load, you are running, right, load interface file, something you are doing right here. So you are doing the manual, right? But but when we run the program through OIC does not, OIC will not know, right? So what program you are running, what parameters are there for the FBDA, right? So for that purpose only we required this properties file. Normally when we run here, you need to mention the ESS job name, right? Job name, job definition name, package name, everything, right?
Yes, sir.
But when we run the like when we run the like when we run the FBDA through OIC, so we need to create the properties file. Understand, right? So what you need to do, logically what you need to do now, in the GL daily rates, already we have one CSV file, right?
Yes, sir.
Along with CSV file, along with CSV file, along with CSV file, along with CSV file, so this properties file also should be included the zip file. So why we have unzipped here? We have unzipped right here. Why we have unzipped? So again we need to see FBDI will take zip file or CSV file, guys, in ESL job.
CSV file.
No.
Oh, sorry, sir. Zip file only. It will take.
Zip file, na. So why we have unzipped here? Because we need to bring along with this properties file, along with the CSV file which we have unzipped. So we need to mention in the zip file should require two files. What is that? Data file and properties file. So what is the requirement of properties file? I already told you, na. So okay, when we run the FBDI program through OIC, this properties file required in the zip file. Got it or not now? More?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So that is the reason first we have unzip and then we are uploading the properties file. I will tell you the properties file, how the syntax will be. Properties file. So this is the properties file. It is equivalent to the CSV file only. So this properties file, these are the column: job package name, job definition name, properties file name. So I'm passing the dummy values, but in the mapper, I will do actual values. Job package name, job definition name, and properties file name. So I am passing the dummy values here, but but in the mapper we will do actual values. So where we will get this job package name, job definition name, and properties file name? For the GL daily rates. So where we will get this job package name, job definition name? So first we will stage the in the stage file. We need to upload this properties file. Okay. Stage file operation. Right. Right properties file. Right. The stage file. take the directly stage file. Here I am taking the right file. Here I am taking the right file. File name. Let me check the document. Download file done. Specify the file name. So what is the properties file name? That file name you need to mention here. What is the properties file name? Output directory, same name, GL daily rates. Okay. Continue. So this is the CSV file, right? So properties file is the CSV file. Upload the CSV file here. Upload the CSV file. So record name, you can give any name. Record set name, you can give any name. Column options. Job package name is mandatory. No? So in the mapper, we need to give. So okay, tell me in the mapper what I need to give. Tell me. Job package name, job definition name, and properties file name. So where to get these details? So you remember, guys? Yesterday I told you, right? Terraform maintenance. Manage. Manage enterprise. Import. Import on. Import on. It's not coming. So this is the job package name. This is the job package name. So where to give? You can go to the job package name. Create target node. Here you can mention. Like that. Okay. Job definition name. Create target node. Job definition name. Where do we get the job definition name? So this is the job definition. Understand, right? Properties file name. Properties file name. Create target node. So what is the properties file name? Understand, right? Guys, at this step, in the GL daily rates temp folder, how many files are there at this step?
Two files, sir.
Two files will be there. So like what are the two files are names? Two file names.
One is a CSV file which we downloaded, and one is this properties file.
Very good. Very good. So one is CSV file, another one is properties file. Correct. So now what we will do here? So this properties file, but FBDA will accept the zip file, right? So what we will do? You take the stage file. You take the, okay, tomorrow we'll see guys that. Okay, remaining steps we'll see tomorrow, and we'll complete the development tomorrow. Okay, and testing we'll do on next class.